day, and then we got one more meeting we'll probably have next week for another 3 confirmations. But start, she's going out there to get Mr. Clayton. First one, is he here? Yep. Clayton, go ahead. Come on. Yep, come on. Sorry back there, Clayton. Come on up. You got a seat right up here at the chair right there. Right. First one we're going to do is Senate nomination number 8, Clayton Lamar Legier. Perfect. All right. From Hurley, Mississippi State Board of Banking Review to represent the state at large. Term effective July 27th, 2021 for the unexpired balance of the 5-year term ending March 23rd, 2026. Clayton, thank you for coming. We'll start this by just letting you tell us a little bit about yourself, something about your qualifications, and about your background.
Sure. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. It's an honor to be here with you. Thank you all for your service to our state. Again, my name is Clayton Legier, originally from Dothan, Alabama. I just always was drawn to banking, and I had the good fortune of having a professor in college who was on the board of a bank, and he advised me the best path to banking was to go learn how to regulate the industry. So there's a federal bank examiner for the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. Joined the FDIC in 2007 as a safety and soundness examiner. Great time to be an examiner. Probably a lot different on the other side of the table as a banker dealing with the Great Recession. Stayed with FDIC for about 4.5 years. Safety and soundness examiner, also a certification as a deposit insurance claim specialist. Also eyes on the ground whenever banks were failing, resolve and work through that activity. Actually entitled to or how to handle receivership certificates. From there, I joined Merchants and Marine Bank in late 2011 as a compliance officer, and have done a little bit of everything since then. Served as compliance officer, chief risk officer combined with credit, chief operating officer. And in 2018, my predecessor, Royce Cumbus, began the process of transitioning. So he held the role as president and CEO of our bank, Merchants and Marine Bank, for around 35 years. And so in 2018, I transitioned in as president of the bank. And in 2019, I added on the CEO title. Very much believe in what we do as an industry, very much believe in the value of the state charter. Nothing against the system we have, and very proud of the progress. See another area of Mississippi is emerging and the potential to be able to help out on this board, and happy to answer any questions.
Okay, all right. Are there any questions for Clayton?
I have one.
Senator Thomas?
Very good, very good. LSU School of Banking. How did you get to LSU?
Yes, sir. That's a great question, and thank you for that. State University, the mighty Troy Trojans in Alabama, but LSU in our area has one of the stronger attended about the LSU program in particular, and there are several of these around the country. It's highly attended by people in our region. I thought that the building camaraderie was good, and also thought that it was probably the best rounded program. Some of the bank management programs. So was drawn there and had a great experience.
Thank you. I have one more question, Mr. Chairman.
All right, Senator Thomas.
Okay.
Sir, I have pretty strong beliefs. Growing up as a kid, I was raised by a single mom who was permanently disabled. I lived in Section 8 housing and grew up in Section 8 housing most all my life. So my perspective is a little different. I'm a big believer in the industry as a whole, provide opportunities for folks to improve their standard of living. Now, in terms of CRA, when the CRA was put in place. But I say that to say our organization is a community development financial As you know, there are about 200 banks in the entire country that are a CDFI. And so what that means is that our bank merchants 60% of our loans by number and by dollar amount in areas that are typically low income, moderate. So I personally have a big belief in giving back to our CDFI since 2013. So for quite a while, that's something we're proud of.
Can't tell, Senator Thomas was a former banker, so yeah. I will concur with what you said about the School of Banking down at LSU. I'm a graduate as well. It's a very, very thorough school, that's for sure. Great school. You didn't happen to attend Chimes down there, did you, when you were there?
Yeah, I don't know. Should I answer that after the vote?
I'll talk to you later about it. Great. Any other questions? All right, I think we have Senator Wiggins here that would like to speak on your behalf. So Senator Wiggins.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Now I know what it feels like when bankers come into a committee of lawyers. Appreciate you pronouncing his name right, Mr. Chairman. He's above Highway 26, so usually that's pronounced differently above there. No, I wanted to say you couldn't as you could tell, couldn't get a better person for this position. Clayton, you heard how he moved through the ranks. I've witnessed him. M&M Bank is the, I guess, definition of a community bank. Clayton came in. There have been other people in those positions, and he talked about succeeding Royce Cumbest. Clayton, man, he ascended fast, and his heart is in the right place. They've put their bank and their money behind community involvement. And I think he honestly is a bright and shining star in the banking industry. I would have liked to have seen it, Clayton, if that's all you wanted to be was a banker. I'm not sure what your life was like growing up, but no. But Mr. Chairman and the committee, I think he would be an excellent nominee for this position. He is what we want, honestly, in Mississippi with people serving on these boards. So comes with the highest recommendation, certainly from myself, and I'm sure others in Jackson County.
Thank you, Senator Wiggins. Any other questions? I've read through the peer report and everything checked out great in the peer report. No red flags at all. Looks like a great nomination. Do I hear a motion here in the committee room? We have a motion to advise and consent. There's a motion to advise and consent. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And the ayes have it. Clayton, we appreciate it. Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you for being here. Thank you. All right. Let's get to our next one. Senate nomination number 32, Nick Mallard. Nick, if you'll come up to the hot seat right there. From Brookhaven, Mississippi. This is for the State Board of Funeral Service as the Funeral Service License Representative from the 2nd Supreme Court District. Remainder of a 4-year term ending June 30th, 2023. Vice Luzerne Dillon. Nick, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
I'll ask you the same thing if you'll just tell us a little bit about yourselves, a little bit about your qualifications.
Yes, sir. I'm Nicholas Mallard, you all. I was born and raised in Tylertown, Mississippi. I moved home when I was about 9 years old. Graduated from Macomb High School, class of 2002. Attended Jackson State University. I marched in the Sonic Boom of the South. From Jackson State, I attended Holmes Community College, where I received my Associates of Applied Science and Funeral Service Technology. I've been practicing funeral director and mortician for almost 15 years now. I was licensed in April of 2007. I've been practicing since then. I worked at Crafts Funeral Home, which was owned by my uncle, Mr. Luzerne Dillon. He passed away last year, and I've been pretty much at the helm ever since.
All right. All right. Any questions for for Nick. Any questions? Senator Thomas?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So do you know a senator named Kevin Butler?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us something about him?
One of the most awesome people I've ever met in my life. He's a great guy.
I concur with that. It's good to have him back here.
Yes, yes. Okay, any other questions? And I think we have Senator Butler right back there in the back that would like, yeah, like to come up and speak on your behalf. So Senator, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Butler. Senator Butler Howard. Just going through the peer report. Again, this one, it checks out. It's clean. There's no red flags anywhere on this. So at this time, I think we are ready for a motion. We have a motion to advise and consent. The motion is advise and consent. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And that's great. Thank you, sir.
Thank you all.
Thank you for being here. Appreciate you coming up. All right. Next one on the list, we're going to wait and get him next week. Like I said, we've got a couple, probably about 3 more that we'll need to do next week. We're waiting on a peer report on one of them. So we'll skip to the last one down here. Senate nomination number 138, Guy Brad Feltenstein. Stein? Oh, he's not on. You're on mute.
There we go.
Yeah, right.
That's right. Feltenstein, that's correct.
Steen, okay, thank you. All right, great. He's from Oxford, Mississippi. He's Mississippi Real Estate Appraiser Licensing and Certification Board, represent the 1st Congressional District. Term effective January 1, 2022, ending December 31st, 2025. You go by Guy or Brad?
I go by Brad.
Brad, okay, Brad. But thank you for zooming in with us, and I'll ask you just like I asked him. If you just tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit about your qualifications.
Thank you. I apologize I couldn't be there today. I've got an obligation later on this morning here in Oxford I needed to be at, but I was born and raised in Meridian. My mom's been a realtor for over 40 years, so I've been around the real estate profession my entire life. In 2003, I moved to Oxford and went to work at the appraisal company I'm at now. In 2009, I became the sole owner of this company, Appraisers Associated. Been doing residential appraisals for over 20 years. Have my broker's license, have a real estate company. I've known several people that have been on the appraisal board over the years. Just glad to be a part of it and try to help out our profession any way I can.
Any questions? The committee.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Hey, Brad, how you doing? I hope he's going to be here today. This is Ben Suber.
Yes.
Brad and I have known each other a few years, and I'm happy to support this nomination today. Only issue I have is he didn't send me enough real estate closings.
All right, good deal. Any other questions? If not, we have Senator Boyd is here. She would like to speak on your behalf, so I'm going to call Senator Boyd up and let her speak.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Boyd. Any other questions? Again, went through the peer report. This one checks out as well. There's no red flags anywhere. It's a very clean report. So with that, I will take a motion. A motion to advise and consent. Motions advise and consent. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? And appreciate you being here. Thanks a lot.
All right.
Thanks for zooming in.
Thank you.
All right, good deal, good deal. So that'll end it for today. Again, we'll probably have another one late next week. I'll let you know. We got 3 more that we need to get done. But I will let you know on that. Is there a motion to rise and report? There's the motion. Thank you so much for being here.